Most people don't have any idea what the formation was. This was the flagship. We were in the center, and outside of that we had one or two other carriers, plus in this formation we had battleships. But when I made a turn, I would do this thing which is pretty much a square corner, and I'd come around, so over that TVS, ships would report in. The Houston on station and on course. Everybody kept the same relationship. They just, this whole fleet just changed course at the same time. Well, they had to report into the flagship when they had completed their turn, and the captain always sat up there. We always came in first, and these other guys would report in. Some of them 5 or 10 minutes later, and stuff that just grin, tickled him to death. But
Floyd, was your flagship in the center of that for protection? Or did
well,
others
if you were a Japanese plane, you'd pass over every ship of the fleet except that carrier. That's the one they won first.
Yeah.
And kamikazes, which happened later, would come in at a very, very high altitude. And our ship guns would have a hard time getting to them. But when they turned loose and started their dive, they couldn't change course. Well, Doyle and I had just been through 30 days of kamikazes. And when they spotted an enemy plane diving, they'd tell us the direction and about how high. He'd give an order to change course. And there was one, I was making a port turn, and it splashed just off our starboard side. Came close enough, the sub splashed up against the ship. Another one coming in from the port side, and I wasn't at the bridge at the time. I was up here above us. The only protection we had was a munitions chamber, wide open. And I saw this Japanese Betty coming in, and we were cross-firing that thing. And it was on fire, and I could see the silhouette of the pilot that close.
He was still alive?
He was trying to be, but just instead of hitting the ship, he got close enough that just hit, spliced up against the ship. That time that was probably the most frightened I ever was, because I had been gripping the handrail, had no place to go, just waiting for that thing to hit us.